We talk to the king. We go and gather our party. Have our party. King says, "Hey bro, here's some money and here's an earth gem." We head out into the big wide world to the Earth Temple. Oh, did we add? Yeah, we did add the red tint. Get rid of the cleric. Try to go to the inn. They tell us to go to the bar. This nighttime looks so much better. Music's different. Chat to the team. Leave. Go to the inn. Talk to the king. He gives us a ship. We get in the ship. We sail. The water temple. It's wet. Looks so much better now with the blue tiles. Get rid of the rogue. Go to the inn. Let's go talk to the king. Gives us the airship. Alright. We got the airship. Epic. Okay. Oh, it kind of looks like Ash, actually. Oh, it didn't. Ah. Alright, we're in the fire temple. I like this music. Alright. Oh, look at him. He's a big, scary boy. Seek to claim the sky treasure? I'm not so sure anymore. Okay, the mage just straight up offers themselves this time. Okay, we can't dash. Can't sleep now. I need something to take the edge off. I like the effect. Maybe just disabling dashing is enough. Looks even slower. Hey, that was pretty good. So many of you get to this point and give up. Not me. I'm gonna get that treasure. You better. The bathtub's still on. Now I'm by myself. That's it. We've beat the fire temple and we've survived the last night in the hub town. Great progress. Great progress, princess. Great progress today, guys. What is up, guys? It's me, Phil, from Alec Games. It's Tuesday, and we are making a We're continuing our journey. I was saying at the end of the stream last night, I've had some revelations. I've really figured out some things, not everything, but some things about the story and how it all fits together. And I'm really excited, but I'm also like, the story seems cool in my head, but when I actually write it and write the dialogue that you'll be having with the characters to get these stories across, you know, is it going to be as impactful as it seems to be in my head, right? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm scared of. You know, and maybe I will write it and I'll think it's great and I'll think it's really cool, and then you guys will play it and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that was all right. That was a pretty good twist." He brainstorms ideas during work break. Well, that's the thing. So there's like 3 different positions where I work and we just rotate between them. And where I'm currently rotated to, I've just rotated back there, is like the chart room where you just prepare charts for the doctors, and it's like really easy work to do. Keeps you busy for the whole day, but you can basically just turn your brain off. And so what I was doing is I was listening to a writing podcast, and like as I was listening to her, you know, she had some cool things to say and things for me to think about. But even just being in that zen state and just daydreaming and thinking about the story, like yeah, I was just coming up with stuff, man. So if you look up helping writers become authors, let me drop a link. I'll drop a link. If y'all got Spotify, listen to them on Spotify. So yeah, it's a writing podcast. Her name's KM Wyland, and they're really short, like 7. It's a bit of a if you start from the very start of her podcast, it's a little rough because like her audio is not the best yet, and like she does these long sort of intros before actually getting to the good part of what's happening. I'll drop that in there. Check her out. Yeah, if you're looking for ways to improve your writing, she's got great stuff. So I was just literally just going from oldest to newest and just letting it play through while I worked. But I highly recommend just going through looking for the podcast headings that seem relevant to you and just listening to those. But yeah, you know, when there was stuff that was worth listening to, I listened to it, and when it was not really relevant to me, I was tuning out and thinking about the game story. What type of writing? She just kind of covers all writing. Like she writes fiction. She writes fiction, and she seems to cover very different genres and stuff. But you know, and she'll, you know, for some of her little podcasts, she just literally reads quotes from different authors that are also really good to think about. Yeah, really, really cool. Really recommend it. And I've listened to her before. Best way to write is to set rules and boundaries. I'm going to talk a little bit in the stream about scope creep because Harlequin made a suggestion last time as a joke. He was just like, you know, put in a fishing game, a fishing mini game, because that's what every RPG Maker dev does. That's what every game dev does, right? And you know, he was joking, but like through the week, I was like, but if I was to make a fishing mini game within the bounds, like with no plugins, within the bounds of the RPG Maker engine, how would I do it? And I basically completely came up in my head with like, I think this is how I would do it. And it would be very basic, very rudimentary. It wouldn't be a super fun mini game. But then I was like, and then I got myself really excited. I was like, I want to implement this straight away. But then I was like, whoa, scope creep. I can't get sidetracked. I need to keep building the skeleton. So I need to discipline myself and say, look, I'm going to complete this first, and then once this is done, then we can start looking at side stuff. Because as I started thinking about more mechanics as well, let's jump into this bad boy. As I was thinking about mechanics as well, for the fishing mini game, then I started thinking about like, well, you know, maybe to break up the temples, the first floor on every temple is actually going to have some kind of puzzle story for my game. I can help with that if you need. My expertise is workshopping world building. Foundation first for sure, but please add fishing later. Yes, yes. Well, I even came up with like with the fishing mini game, because all that's going to come from it is like you can like the what it's like, what do you gain from playing the fishing mini game apart from getting to fish? The fish that you catch you can then sell. If you were to catch and sell enough fish before starting any of the temples, there would be a secret ending. So it's already like even thought of like a secret ending that you can get from this fishing mini game. Bro, how have I not been talking to you about this world that I've been creating, huh? Why? Although I have, yeah, because I haven't gone much into the backstory of this simple place, the Crust. You never asked. That's true. I didn't, but I didn't ask. I only didn't ask because I didn't know. It's not a common question to ask someone. Hey, are you an expertise on workshopping world building? Random question. I always ask everyone that I meet this question. But I also appreciate your humility in not raising your hand and being like, excuse me, but I'm a genius in world building. But yeah, so I was like, to make things more interesting, and again, we'll get to this once we've built our skeleton. The first floor of every temple is going to be like the puzzle floor. And like, so for the Earth Temple, there's going to be this interesting door code that's random every time. So every time you play through, you can't just memorize numbers for it. The Water Temple is just, it's not really going to be a puzzle. It's just going to be find the switch and it will drain the room. But that's still something interesting and something that you might want to know how to code in your own game. I've helped with books, movies, and TV. That's awesome. Yeah, there's going to be there's going to be puzzles that you've definitely seen in 100 games before, but it'll be interesting to be like, well, yeah, you've seen this kind of puzzle before, but how do you make it? The one that's going to be in the Sky Temple I was most impressed with. Trailer is a god? Yeah. Yeah. He's tall, bald, beard, knows everything. Yeah, I am also starting to list potential plugins that we're going to have, that we're going to use later on in the game. Yeah, because I figured I should probably start figuring out the kind of plugins that I want. Also, feature creep again. I'm potentially going to have a little horror section in the game, you know, so we can see if I can make a horror game, as we've spoken about before, when we've done everything else in the game that we need to do. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening at the moment. Should we do a playtest? I feel like I should only do a playtest like at the end, so we can see the new stuff that we've implemented. Especially because now it's getting to the point where it actually takes a while. Also, in my own time, I redid the map a little bit. I made stuff centered. I've redone some stuff. Oh, that's another thing that we're gonna do. I need to put that on the to-do list. Did I put that on there? Animate the floating. Animate the sky temple on world map, and that'll be good for us to look at. Yeah, how you can make your own animated sprites and events to add more life to your maps and things. I literally just watched a thing from Rainy Tay. Rainy Tay, I think is her name. She's a pretty good, like pretty high profile in terms of RPG Maker community. She does RPG Maker videos. Rainy Tay is awesome. Yeah, I've only just come across her. Coco sent your friend request on Discord. Awesome, beautiful, love it. But yeah, I literally watched one thing of hers. I need to watch more. And it was just something that I'd never even realized and thought of doing. So, you know, we've done this before where we've chucked a, like it literally does it here, right? You've got, if you want animated sprites, you know, you chuck them in and you do stepping. But I always think of it as like, you know, an object that you need to use. But I've never thought of it as like, well, even then, yes, I have. For set dressing, right? Like in the bar, we have the fire here. But she used it to do like foliage, like flowers swaying in the breeze. And she chucked that in her map and it made it look incredible. It made it look beautiful. So we are definitely going to try, that's going to be like a polish thing that we do later on. When we're really trying to polish our maps and make them look better. But yeah, definitely check out Rainy Tay's videos and subscribe to her. Because yeah, she, you know, while this is a sort of tutorial stream, she has very direct, specific content that's like, hey, this video is all about how to make this. Which is, yeah, it's good. It's handy stuff. So yeah, so I've spruced up the map, made it symmetrical, added some things, changed some things a little bit. I've also gone through and changed all the music in the game so far. To all the tracks that we downloaded, well, not downloaded, but that we brought across the other day. I've gone through, and I even made a where is it? I even made a spreadsheet. Like I listened to all the tracks, and I just like, and these are like all the potential maps that we're gonna have, and I like picked what I would think would be good tunes for. So I've got backups. So I've only got these ones set at the moment, and then as I play through it more, I'll be like, oh, maybe I should change it up to one of these. Like I've got a bunch of backups, but you know, so if you are just working with the default assets, that's something you can do too to help you plan your music better. Is just spend some time listening to the tracks and then going, well, where do I think that should go? Let's hear it. Okay, very well. We'll do a playtest. We'll do a playtest. I already want to change this intro track to a different one. Also, can you guys hear that very well? Much better than theme 6, isn't it? I'm already tearing up with how beautiful this is. All right. Seriously, the RPGMaker MV music is not that great. If you can definitely get a hold of some of the earlier RPGMaker engines, they have great music. They have great music. Got our intro music. That was our title screen music, not intro music. Sorry, I shouldn't sing over it. No music here. You can just hear the ocean. Also, another thing that I want to do that's going to be a polished thing is, while I'm not going to do full-on voice acting, though I will demonstrate how to do that, even though I don't actually know how to do it myself, but I have an idea of how it's done. I want it so that when you talk to characters, so there's a plugin, a Yanfly plugin that allows you to add sound. Sorry, I'm pointing. To add sound to the text as it comes out, so it'll be like or whatever. You can assign whatever sound effect you want to it. You could have an explosion play every time a character comes up, which should sound awful, right? But just like, right? You can do whatever you want. It adds a lot of character to the, you know, just the text coming up, right? Yeah, text sounds are great. Text sounds are really good. And if you can find a really good one and tweak it just right, it's so good. It's so good. But so again, that'll be, oh, I should add that to my plugin list. Where's my plugin list? Plugins. Well, I mean, yeah. Yanfly text sounds. Definitely want that. But what I want to do, I use it for jarring, right? And but like, I don't, you know, if you were to just work in the base engine, but if you also had a microphone, and you can download Audacity, it's free, and it allows you to record sounds and save it in, you can save it in OGG, right? You can export it as a .ogg, which is the file type that RPGMaker uses. And I was thinking that I would do, you know, like a little introductory sound. So every time a character talks, at least for the first time, you know, so maybe he's like a, you know, like a grunt or something. And so that'll play at the start of his dialogue. And it'll be a lot more work because I'll have to add that sound effect in everywhere, but I don't necessarily, maybe I'll only do it when they first speak in an interaction, and then it'll just be the text afterwards. But, you know, I thought that would be, what made me think about it is when the crystal talks to you, you know, like it'd be like a he or something like that. And we'd go in Audacity and we'd use reverb and echo and, you know, really tweak it to make it sound like some godly voice going, oh, you know? Anyway, so that's another bit of polish that we can do. Look, it's not my favorite Hubtown music, but it's there. It's there. We got Newcastle music. You know, the king would be like, be his thing. Yeah, music is nicer and less obnoxious. Yeah. I can send you OGG files for TJ. Yeah, you could. Yeah. You could record a grunt for him. That'd be awesome, actually. I love how complicated this is becoming. I was literally just like, oh yeah, followers can have NPCs and be very basic. They'll just be there, they'll say their text line, and that'll be it. And it's gone much further than that. So we got our in music. You know, it's got sleepy vibes. It says creepy music. It's just pitched way, way down. So it's really slow. But I want to change this track actually because I use this track somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. I also need to turn down the background sound. I'm going to do that on my days off now. You are about to get a variety of files. Very good, very good. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've kept the weapon shop the same. Because, come on now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Armor shop's different. Different vibe, but I kind of like it. In my head, the ding 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 is like this female blacksmith hitting the armor. I've made it that the residential area has a separate track from the hub town. Hey TJ. All right. We're back. We're back. Need to figure out this stupid. Right. And I'm back. Okay. Yeah, I still need to figure out that problem, guys. So this is the bar music. The first time you visit the bar, because it's meant to be, you know, kind of cheery. Okay, we got our full party. Go back to the king. Get our gold. Gives us the earth gem. Out into the world. New world map music. Very adventurous. We can't access anything now, so everything's completely blocked off. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Final Fantasy, the first one, but in Final Fantasy 1, there is something called a place called the Peninsula of Power, where very early on in the game, if you can access this region, you can actually fight enemies that are much higher level than you should be facing. And if you get yourself just high enough of a level, you can, and play it right, you can kill these higher level enemies and you can like grind really fast. I loved discovering that in Final Fantasy 1, and I've always wanted to put a Peninsula of Power in my RPG game. So I'm gonna make it this tiny little section up here is gonna be the Peninsula of Power of this map. So that'll be fun. Right, off to the Earth Temple. No music when we reach the Earth Temple. It's not until we get inside. Also, you guys can hear me, right? You guys hear me? Okay, you can. All right, cool. This is our Earth Temple track. It's got woodland kind of vibes. Cool. Let's get rid of the cleric. Bye-bye. So yeah, so when the earth crystals, you know, when the crystal's voice talks, hey, you know what I mean? Can you see the vision? Can you see the vision I got? Oh, and now the town hub track is slowed down because it's nighttime. You see the vision. Thank you. I appreciate that. Reverb God voice will go crazy, right? Because it'll just add this cool effect where it's just like raw. Where's your healer? I like that guy. So this is the new bar track. And I love it because, and I'm kind of feeling this for like the main sort of theme for the game. I actually might put this as the theme for the title screen. But it's just this melancholy kind of thing, and right? Like you've just given up your first party member. And while it's not, they're not dead or anything, you know, it's a bit like, oh. And this is when you'll be talking to the party members as well, getting a bit more of their backstory. So yeah, it's a cool track. It's a nice track. Got the inn. I'm gonna change that to an actual song. All right. Going off to the water temple. Yada 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 yada. Oh. Okay. So he's given us access to the ship. This is the new ship track. It's got those ship vibes, you know? And then we can't access the temple. Oh, that's what I have to add too. We're gonna add rain. We're gonna add rain to this scene because you guys haven't seen the weather effects yet. And also we're gonna add tints to each temple. So, you know, we've used the tint screen to make it nighttime, but I also want to add tint screen to each temple, you know, so that there's a green tint over the Earth Temple to make it feel more earthy. Majestic ship adventure music, right? A blue tint over the Water Temple to make it feel more watery, and, you know, red to the Fire Temple, obviously. Color tints will be cool. Yeah. And again, these are small, and we don't want it to be too obvious, but like just enough, you know? And again, it's these small little touches that you can add to, you know, change what's going on with the game. So this was already we had already picked this track before, the Water Temple track. I like it. It's very chill. key. Let's get rid of the mage. Hi, mage. Okay. Fire gem. We go to the bar. Only two of you left. Where's the sleepy one? Great. Loving it. Go to the inn. Okay. We get the airship from the king. Check out the speedrunner, right? Yeah, check out these speed strats. See, when I tap like this, it stores my speed molecules. It makes me go faster. Oh, we're also... Yeah, we're gonna make a little... Oh, oops. Can I jump on it? Oops. No. Well, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that too. No, we can't use the airship. We're gonna hear the airship music. Right, well, I need to fix that. Because when I fixed up the map, I also made it one tile wider and moved everything across. And I also didn't save. Such a fool. What am I doing? We're going into the castle. And airship location. Maybe there. Yeah, did I? No, it needs to be over there. Cool. And also, when we come back from the water temple, see, this is where it can get complicated, guys. If you have a big RPG game and you change something, you got to think of all the instances where that applies, which again is another con of building the skeleton, because I had to remember that after the water temple boss, I mean, you'd find it as you playtest it as well, but after the water temple boss, it moves the position of the ship. Actually, where did I do it? Where did I store it? I think I put it in the inn. In the inn, yeah. I'm gonna make it that it's back there. Little things like that. Little things like that. Okay. So let's have a squiz at our to-do list. Animate the Sky Temple on the world map. We'll do that another time. Transfer face assets. We can do that later. So yeah, I was thinking, it's still technically the default assets. You do have to go to RPGMaker forum to get these, but I've spoken about these before, where someone commissioned an artist to take all the RTP faces and do like a set of expressions for most of them. And so because we're using default RTP assets, that's perfect for us. So that again will be another polish thing, which will allow us to, in the dialogue, make dialogue more interesting, more meaningful with actual facial expressions. Add rain to the water temple. We can do that. Let's do that right now. So where are we? So one thing we want to do, so we'll actually do it from the world map, because it's going to be in this transfer section here. and we want to hide, yeah, just to make sure that it all happens the way we want it to. We're going to control the fade, because it fades out and fades in with the transfer player event. But if you want to hide stuff during that transfer, then you need to use the fade out. So we'll do fade out, fade in, and set weather effect. So yeah, you can put weather effects in your game. We've got rain, we've got storm, and we've got snow. What if we do storm? Is storm like much heavier? Is there lightning flashes? I think it like flashes the screen with lightning. That could be more effective. Power, let's go up to 9. I kind of want it to be heavy storming, right? Maybe like, I don't know, guys. 6, 7, what do you think? 6, 7? Thunder and lightning. Cool. 6 or 7? 6, 7. Let's go 7. 7 out of 10. Duration. Wait. Duration. I thought it just makes it happen for the whole time. Or is that the build up? I think that's the build up. So you can actually make it that the weather gradually comes in, which, if you're changing the weather in real time, because I could make it as well that while you're on the world map, if you cross this section here, the rain will already start. And so it will make more sense that when you come onto here. Anyway, that's like an extra polish thing we can do later, potentially. But for now, let's set our weather effect. Storm, 7, no, 8, 7. We'll just set it to 1 frame because it's happening in the background. And we also want to, we'll do the tint while we're here as well. So we're going to tint screen. Should we literally just add blue? What do we want? Kind of a nicer blue. So I'm kind of looking at this section here. It's going to tell me more the color that it's going to look like. But you can see that it's making all these other colors a lot more vibrant as well. So we could add some gray. It kind of desaturates everything a bit as well. Wow, we could make it completely blue when you're there. So I don't know. We'll see how it looks when we get in there. Kind of a turquoisey blue. Just 1 frame. Wait for completion. Now, the other thing is that I need to make it that if we leave the water temple, that it removes the tint, right? So now we've got it to the water, and we also have to make it turn off the weather effect. So let's just have a quick look at what that looks like. I can't remember this one. No, we don't have the ship. Cool. So we get the ship. Wow. Whoa. And so so the the blue tint that I put on has made it, it makes it look really washed out and really blue. You might start renaming those save files. Right? Well, yeah, unfortunately you can't rename them, but... And see, so because we haven't set an event that turns the weather effect off, it will continue. But yeah, this blue tint, it's a little too blue. A little too blue. We want it to be a bit more subtle. So, you like how it looks? You liked it that blue? Guess it was kind of nice. You know what? I'm gonna listen to the fans. When has that ever let a game dev wrong? Right. So, yeah. So we need to turn off. So we need to again put in our fade in, our fade out, and fade in, so we can hide stuff. Tint screen. We want that. So this is already just set to normal. So we want that. And oops, why did I copy and paste that? That makes no sense. And then we want to set our weather effect to none. 1 frame for that. Cool. And then we'll just delete these and paste these. And then we need to, on entry, door entry, so here, over here, we need to what are we doing? Fade out, fade in, and we want to turn the weather effect off again. Okay, and we'll copy that and paste it here as well, so that it does it on the other times as well. Cool. So that's that. Save your game, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so now as we're coming in, as we're going out, so I also need to turn it off or get rid of the tint. Oh, actually, it'll get rid of it anyway, because when we come back here, it'll be night, so that will change the tint to the nighttime tint. So we don't actually have to worry about it. That's pretty good. We don't have to stress about that. Yeah. Cool. So let's see how that looks. Make sure that all works. Maybe this one? Yep, we got the ship. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, see? Much more interesting. Much more interesting. Very water temple-y, right? Enter the temple door. Eee. And look, I'm just gonna do this so we can get to the airship. See, so it gets rid of the tint because it changes to nighttime. So that's good. Oh. Oh, we've already set off a trigger? I was wondering if more dark blue to the nighttime tint would look nicer, by the way. Go darker, you reckon? Oh, well, I had it with the I had it with the blue before. I did start the nighttime tint with the blue, and it didn't feel like it was nighttime. It just felt like it was blue. But maybe if I adjust it, like adjust the dark that I've got to just have a bit more blue in it. Didn't like it, I see. Well, I can show you. I was using the default nighttime filter. Huh? Is that not airship? But then as it gets into this bit, it sounds, because it's actually like a boss theme, I think. So as it gets into this bit, it doesn't sound as airshippy. To me, anyway. Like, it's not, like, it doesn't sound adventurous anymore. Like, it sounds a bit more, yeah, like a boss theme. But I figure you're not going to be using the airship for very long, right? Like, you're going to get in the airship and then you're going to be like, well, here I am. So, yeah. All right. That's that. So, what am I doing? Notepad. To-do list. So we added rain to the water temple. And we haven't added tints to each temple just yet. So let's add to the earth temple. So again, we're gonna go on the world map to do our fade out, fade in, and tint the screen. So it's gonna be more green. Ooh, but not that green. A slight green. We want it to maybe a little bit. See how that looks. Cool. Yep. That's all we needed to do, right? Yeah. And then back in the Earth Temple entry, if we leave, we need to fade, no, not fade in, fade out, fade in, hint screen, normal. And again, we don't have to worry about the nighttime because that will be done here. Maybe we change the tint. I've got to change it for every single one. It'd be really annoying. Yeah, so this is the setting now. I did the nighttime one, but it's like, it just seems like it's just blue, like dark blue, like it doesn't feel like it's nighttime. Like, at least with this, it feels like nighttime. Maybe if it was more gray, it would feel more nighttimey. You know, take more of the color out of it. We could try that. And this is, you know, this polish kind of stuff, guys. This is the stuff that you do more towards the end when you're like, all right, what are some things that I can tweak to make my game look better? It's very green. I mean, it's not too crazy. Oops. This one? So yeah, so something to keep in mind for your playtesting, because this save has happened after the trigger that would tint this area. It's not tinted because in the history of this save, I haven't gone through that version of the event, if that makes sense. Even just turning down the saturation a bit will make it more like night. Yeah. Okay, that's a lot better. Yeah, so the night that the default night setting that I was using before, yeah, this is heaps better. This is actually really good. Because it makes it feel like it's outside as well, whereas the black for the dark, yeah, just made it seem like this. It seems like, you know, you've got moonlight lighting the area. So thank you for the suggestion, Coco. It's much better. See, this is the part that sucks, right? So I now have to go. Yeah, but look at that difference. Look at that difference. So this is the night that we used to have, and then what you saw just before will be the new one. But now I have to go back and bloody insert it into all these parts. But it's going to be worth it because it looks infinitely better. Infinitely better. So where did we do it? Where did I have it? Much better. This one? So Hubtown. Well, you can't leave the inn. So it's really only coming out of the bar. It's coming out of the bar. But I need to change it. So that's there. Cool. And then from the water temple as well. Teleporting from the water temple. That one. That one. And that one. And that one? Alright, there's heaps. Yikes. Now, with the way we've been tracking, right, you're thinking once we get to the fire temple boss, you know, this event is going to be even longer because it has to account for every single possible variation. But it won't, because by that last temple, we will only have one character with us, so we can literally set up conditionals of, you know, if the yeah, if this character's in your party, do this. So it won't be this long-winded thing. It'll actually be pretty simple, which is nice. And then we need to do the bar as well. Okay, cool. So that's all the tints we can add so far. And we will automatically add tints to the fire temple when we do it. So we'll just do that. Add edit tile for airship. Yeah, that's a little polish thing that we're going to do. So where the airship appears right now is just here, right? But I want there to be a little something. So I want to put, I mean, we can just put this there for now anyway. So I'm going to put that there. That's going to be the thing. And I need to go into the tile set. Because right now you can't walk on that tile, but we want you to be able to walk on it. So I want, you know, players to see that and go, oh, what's going to go there? And then when the airship is there. But I want to edit this because I don't like that it just looks like dirt. I want it to look like it's actually been built, purpose built to be, you know, the helipad for the airship. So not now, but we will go into Asprite and literally just change the values to make it look like stone. The color values to make it look like it's gray, like it's stone. And yeah, that'll be enough for me anyway to do that. So yeah, so we won't do that yet. Create additional entrance to docks. Right, so this is going to be to do with fishing. Because I'm like, well, where are you going to fish? Can you fish anywhere? But that's going to be too annoying, right? To do that. So there's only going to be one area where you can fish, and it's actually going to be returning to this dock area here, and you just fish. Like you'll actually talk to the fisherman, and he'll go, "Hey, do you want to fish with me?" And then that's how you'll do it. You put the airship there at the very beginning of the game and have it covered by a tarp. What's under that airship-shaped tarp? Ad playing. Thank you, trailer. We'll just wait for 30 seconds. Where's OBS? OBS tells me. Oh, it's not telling me right now. Done. Okay. Thank you. Coolies. Yeah, so this is where the fishing game will be. You know, I even thought about, oh, how do we make a custom sprite so that it looks like you're fishing? We'll get into all of that when we get to it. But yeah, that's where it's going to go. So I actually need to make it. I'm going to make. So this will still be the main entrance, but I'm going to put an entrance over here, I reckon. I mean, we can just do this right now. We can do this right now. Except no, because that's annoying, because I'll have to change it across all the other copies of the map. I was typing as it started. Nice. But yeah, we'll put the entrance to the docks over here. So we'll make it that, you know, when you leave the dock, you actually start here, and then this is the main entrance to leave. Cool. So yeah, we won't do that yet. Change initial bar cutscene to gather under clerk. Yeah, don't need to do that yet, but instead of gathering each party member, it's going to be, you can talk to all of them, but the mage and the rogue will basically kind of shrug you off. Well, the mage is going to be asleep because the mage is always sleeping, and then the rogue is going to be like, oh, you're not worth my time. I don't know. He'll say something, and so then you have to go talk to the cleric, and then the cleric will initiate a cutscene, and as you're talking to the cleric, the others will overhear and come over and be like, "Hey, you're trying to find the Sky Temple treasure? Like, we want to do it too," and blah blah blah. And you know, and the reason I want to do that instead of what I have now is to have more inter-party conversation, like right at the beginning. Like they're all going to be bouncing off each other, whereas right now you talk to each of them individually, and it's kind of stale. Like, you know, they could have interesting dialogue with each of them, but yeah, I think this would be more interesting, more dynamic. Seal the temple doors. We got to do this. We got to make it that you can't go back to the temples after you've beaten them. So the easiest way to do that is to copy this, paste it here, and we'll delete that. And the switch will be Earth boss defeated. If the Earth boss is defeated, this is sealed. So now you can't go back. Use explosives. It is the answer to everything. Actually, in this world that I've built trailer, there is no such thing as explosives. Is that a good idea, trailer? To as a world building expert, to have a world that doesn't have explosives? Yeah, so that's all we need to do. It'll play a sound effect that we already came up with before when it was sealed shut. That could be true. And we're going to copy this event page actually, so that way we can just drop it right here and change that to water boss defeated. And there we go. Cool. So we've sealed the temple doors. Sealed the temple doors. Reduce screen shake on water temple door. Yeah, I've been meaning to do this. So where's the screen shake? 50 frames. Maybe we make it just 60. How much longer does it take over? Yeah, let's just make it 60. It'll shake for 60 frames. And hopefully that'll be enough. And I need to change that here as well. All right. No, there's no screen shake this time. Yeah. It's just on this event. Cool. So, all right. Reduce screen shake. Done. Change names of characters. Yeah, still don't need to do that yet. Fix the bartender image. That's a minor thing, but why not? Yeah, that's done. That's done. This one. Night 2. People 3. That's it. We fixed it. Beauty. I'm just going to delete that one. That's not worth keeping. Add accessories. That's to do. That's not something we're working on yet. Add title screen to intro. Uh. Yeah, should we make our custom title screen? Not yet. We'll work on that later. And add Peninsula of Power. Yeah, we can do that later. That's not ready yet because we don't have all our enemies planned out yet. All right, so that's that. Cool. Let's make ourselves a fire temple. Let's get in there, boys. So on the world map, we're creating a new map. Fire temple entry. We're doing outside. No looping. Ooh, what's our? Oh wait, there's no track playing yet. Is there a background sound? Oh, I gotta load it up again. Like that sounds like lava, right? But if we we pitch it really low, like, does that sound like volcanic stuff happening in the background? That sounds like water. That's water. Yeah, I reckon that. I reckon that has lava sounds. Specify battle back. Don't really need to, but where's our lava? There we go. Lava 1 or lava cave? Lava 1. Volcano. Volcano. You need a bubbling sound. Yeah, background sounds are quite limited. Although I still have more background sounds to import from those other RPG makers because I only brought the music over. I didn't bring over any of the sound effects or any of the background sounds that they would have. All right, so fire temple. Let's build it. The entrance. Are these the same? Yeah, they are. So this one from the map has more of this kind of look. Two, two, three, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Is that the same? Is that the same? Is that too big? It's too big. Okay. We got that. We want it to look. Do we have like a lava ground? Not really. Not really. We don't have like a. We can do like a stone path. If we do like a desert, that doesn't really translate, does it? Yeah, that's like stone. Do we not have a stony outside? I mean, I could change this. Ooh. Oh wait, it's right here. Oh no, that's different. What about this? Nope. This? Nope. Yeah, there's not really like a lava looking one. So what if we change this to dungeon? Oh, change that to dungeon. Do that. Now we have access. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oops. It's lavary. I don't like that. It's kind of better. I lava. What's going on here? Good morning, Hemandra Shadow Waker. Good to see you. Sorry, don't know how long ago you sent that chat. I was deep in mapping mode. So we've got temple. Um, got like a broken path. Maybe we'll split that up like that. Only 4 minutes ago. Okay. Patiently waiting for a response for 4 minutes. Bless you. Maybe one of these will be normal. No, they're all broken. And we got some pillars. We got some sick looking broken pillars. We'll have one there and one there. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Chuck that over there. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Why am I getting pedantic about this? I know I'm going to remap it all anyway. Why do I do this to myself? What's... Jeez, why is this... Why is it so different? No, that's not different. Are these literally the same tile? They are. RPGMaker MV, why are you cheaping us out, huh? Making us think we're getting a full varied tile set when actually we are not. I want to spruce this up a little bit. Oh yeah, we can have some oh, that looks cool. Corporate greed. How you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. And yourself? Thank you. I will save my game. Maybe that one there. No. There. And there. No. And some... Okay. Ooh, we could... Ooh. Ooh. Getting fancy. All right. I think that's enough. That's enough. And look, we'll chuck in an animal skeleton as well. Why not? Cool. We got our set dressing. Let's copy and paste our temple door. And this is the fire temple door. Yura temple door. Fire temple door. We're checking if we have the fire gem. And you hold the gem towards the door, flash, and that event happens. And we're just going to make sure that we change that transfer event later. And this one will be fire boss defeated. Make that switch now. And cool. So that's fine. We just have to come back and change that. Let's go to the world map. Let's copy and paste this one. Ooh, so a thought. So there's a snow one, right? Snow could look like falling ash. Maybe. We'll see how it looks. It'll probably just look like snow. But I'm wondering if I don't know if there's a sprite somewhere that it uses to draw the snow that I could edit to make it look gray so it would look like ash. I don't know if that's possible. We could look into it. Let's put it on the to-do list. Can snow look like ash? Okay. And what are we doing? We want to tint the screen. Now, do we want to just go with red? Okay, let's keep the 68. You know, is it literally just going to be red? Ooh. Oh, if we reduce the other colors. Wait, not that much though. Minus 17. So everything will have more of a red tint to it. Or what would... How do we get like an orangey? Does that make it more orangey? Oh no, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. You want snow tiles? No, not snow tiles. I'm using the snow... I'm going to use the snow weather effect. But I was wondering if the snow weather effect... If the snow that falls down is actually drawn from... is if there's a sprite somewhere in the files that it uses to do the snow, or whether it just draws it itself. And that way I could edit the snow sprite. No, there isn't? Okay. Alright, well. It was worth a shot. Cool, so we got the entry there. That looks cool. Even just from there, right? The reds and the grey. Feels like a Bowser castle. Cool. So that's that. Unless you use a weather plugin. Right. Yeah. So that'll be a potential plugin for the future then. But I will keep the snow weather effect in there for now, just so that I remember that that's something that I want to do. Cool. No, let's change that to into the fire temple. Save, and we'll go to the fire temple. So we want to transfer out of here. Let's grab this transfer. No, this one. Leave the fire temple. We want to turn off, yep, and that's going to change both of those back. Tip, don't use mine. You make plugins? And from the sounds of it, not great plugins? Your words, not mine. All right, there's that. Cool. Also, if you do use plugins, if you have plugins that you've made, feel free to spam the chat with a link to, if you've got like an itch.io page or something. You are more than welcome to do that, because there will be other RPG maker people watching this stream. So what do we do? So we've done our entry. So let's make our first level. No, not fire. Water temple, fire temple, ground floor. I do with the help got. I did not say it is not great. I say there's a lot to tweak to get it to your wishes. Ah, okay. Got is AI. I do with the help. Got. I do with the help got? I'm confused. Oh, okay. So it is a good plugin. It's a good weather plugin, but it's a complex one. It's a very, you can really get into fine details with it. Dot is AI. I'm confused. All right. So we're doing dungeon, no looping. What is our fire temple track? What is our fire temple track? I'll let AI help make the plugin. Okay. Like to do the coding. I don't know. See, AI for art, I don't like. For music, I don't like that either. For coding, I'm like it's I feel like it's, well, it could eventually, but you know, with the way it is now, you definitely have to tweak it yourself anyway with what you use. I assume, you know, it doesn't always spit out the most perfect thing for you. Like there's still human input required. So using it as like a support to help you with your coding and stuff, I think that's okay, because in some ways it may end up being more work for you anyway. But yeah, the AI definitely has its uses and could be valuable in the right ways. But yeah, I just don't like AI for for art, because it, you know, is built off of stolen training, that kind of thing. But yeah, if you wanna um, throw up a link to your plugins, feel free, please. Anyway, what are we doing? Fire Temple. So we're doing Song 36, Dungeon 2. Song 36. 36, Dungeon 2. So let's listen to that. My weather system has a lot of things like time and season control. Oh, cool. Heavy metal chains. Right. Okay, that's one potential. There was a few that I've chosen. That one's kind of upbeat. So let's 42 Dungeon 8. Oh wait, at 120%. Sounds like jungle music. It does a little bit. Like, I don't know, when I think of Fire Temple music, my mind goes to Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. And they didn't do like a bombastic Fire Temple track. Like it was this moody, like well, actually they got in a bit of trouble with the Fire Temple track in Ocarina of Time, because it had like some kind of chanting in it, and it was chanting of like a specific religion, and so they had to change it. Yeah, this sounds like before the boss kind of music. Yeah, right. Also, hi, Poker. Good to see you. Why don't I say good to see you? I can't see you guys. I can't. In my mind's eye. In my mind's eye. All right. Let's try. What's the other track that I potentially did? Battle for VX 60%. I think this is more the speed that I was wanting. Battle for VX 60%. What was I thinking? Well, it's still too kind of upbeat. But as the third temple that you're going into, like it's kind of, I need to get back into my game dev. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do it, Mandra. What's tell me about your game. Like you can just hear the fire going off in the background, like I do kind of like that one. I do kind of like that. That's definitely the one that I want for now. I'll listen to these other two as well. But for the minute, I'll pick turn down pitch. Well, I already did turn down the pitch. This is 60%. Like, I can only go... See, 50% on some tracks, it's like too slow. Like the way it drags out some of the sounds, it doesn't sound very nice. My game has only mechanics and art. So no story yet, is that what you're saying? But do you have a story? You just haven't written it into the game yet? What are the mechanics? So tell me and I'll steal them. No, I won't. I mean, it does kind of work this bit slower. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. I do like that song. Okay, what does Dungeon 2 VX sound like? So let's change that to 50%. We'll keep it at 50%. I did like that. I have sadly no story. Yet. You will. So Dungeon 2 with no alterations. Ah, see, this is what I meant, where it's like more of a moody, like, and if I could put in an effect, right, where it's like, where there's a heat wave, like, don't you just feel sweaty? You know, thinking as well of Undertale. Undertale's lava area theme is also very this kind of vibe. Like, it's not like a heavy, like, it's more of a chill thing. Again, this is a bit too upbeat, this part. What if it's slower? Did I try it slower? I feel like I tried it slower. No, it was like too slow. I liked the speed of this. What's the other one? Dungeon 4. How does Dungeon 4 sound? It's a bit epic. Oh, right, but it had this kind of... Could be like a desert temple. It sounds like you're on a battlefield, maybe? No, I don't like that one. I kind of want this. I want this. I want Dungeon 2. I want Dungeon 2. Yeah, I'll set it to that for the minute. But yeah, I'll still keep these other ones here just in case I change my mind later. I want to try a different track. But picking music is a lot of fun. I do call my project the 1000 projects. Yeah. It's just it's all a bunch of baby steps. I don't want well, I'm still a beginner, so I'm just trying out the engine. So my project are not serious, but I want to implement a steal mechanic that depends on random luck, like picking a number between 1 and 2, so 50% chance. I don't want to get a plugin yet since I'm practicing. How easy is that to implement? And are you going to make it that specific enemies have specific things that can be stolen from them? Or is it just going to be, if you use the steal mechanic, you'll always have a 50% chance of getting a potion? You know, like, how simple? Because depending on the answer to that is also going to decide how difficult it's going to be to implement as well. Now, do I still want the lava sounds in the background? I don't think I do. I only want it while I'm out here. But when you're in the temple, there's no lava sounds. Where's my lavas? Lava, lava, lava. Yeah, the rock cave, because it's kind of like lava that's... That looks stupid. Um, Whatever, just a blank. We'll change that later anyway. Cool. So let's build our fire temple. It's gonna be this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. That. And the ground. What's the ground gonna be like? It's gonna be like this as well. Or is it gonna be this? This? Oh yeah, why am I not using these tiles for the water temple? Why am I... Yeah, what the heck? Why am I so stupid? So stupid. Literally right there in front of me. Boom. Cool. I want the player to do it not in battle, but while exploring, because for some reason I feel it would be difficult to steal something if there is something or someone attacking you. That is true. That's true. If you want game, like who's steal? Well, I mean, thieves are gonna thief, right? What better time to steal than in the heat of battle? And someone's distracted with slashing someone else. But I do appreciate the logic of what you're saying. Muggers. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, do we have a better tile? Well, what if we do this one? Ooh, the squares are so small. It's too much. It's like too much visual detail. My little monkey brain to handle. What if we just do stairs? Yeah. It's rocky. What about that? It's kind of better. Kind of. What's this? Oh, that's fun. What's this? I don't like that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Cool. But with some lava tiles? Oh, that looks stupid. What if it was this? Mm. But we don't want the shadows on it. Um, let's make it a maze. What a crazy complicated maze. Wow. Everything becomes a maze. Yep. Amazing. Amazing grace. All right. Let's get rid of that. Cool. And you won't be able to walk on these tiles either, which is nice. What if I... Nope. let's not do that. Okay. And then we've got this and this and these stairs. No, let's just stick to these. Or do we go the white tiles? Yeah, that's a nice contrast. But muggers either kill, threaten, or knock out the person they're stealing from. They still have to make the other person not able to fight back, right? Yeah, true. Somebody obviously hasn't had to fight crackheads. And let us be grateful for that. Cool. Let's do that. And we'll make our transfer to here. Well, let's change our entry. So, fire temple. Wait, is that right? Is that the middle? Why does that look off? That's the middle, right? Yeah, that's the middle. Okay. And this one, leave the fire temple. Change that to this one. Did I change both of these? No, I didn't. Change that, and that's sealed, so that's fine. Cool. So we come in here, and then, oh, do we want to do something with the walls? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. No, that looks cool though. Wait, you sound like that is a regular thing for you. Well, it kind of is. It kind of is for Trailer. He's a security guard. You are right. I am glad I do not have that experience. Yeah. Um. Cool. 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 So we've got that, and now we need to copy and paste. Copy and paste. First floor. Yeah, that's fine. Make that. Oops. Make that take us back down to the first floor. Make an event. Fire temple first floor. And I am really good at singing. Cool. So first floor. I should do this to the water temple. Change things visually a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So that way they're each a bit different. Cool. I'll do the same here. Except I'll just do that. Oops. First floor. I'm gonna This one. Temple ground floor. We'll copy and paste. We'll make that the second floor. Second floor. We will change that even more. Make it easier to get to the front door. Oops, do that. We'll chuck that over there. You think they would be weak from the lack of food, but the crack gives them strength. Yeah. So we want this door. A temple door. Cool. So at this point, we will only have one party member with us. So we need to make it that yeah. So we need to make it so that each party member says the thing. So we want they all have to say no, okay. I need to get rid of the if else. It's just all ifs. If. Where's the rogue? And then we'll copy and paste this, and we'll say if cleric is in the party, and you know, I could make it that, you know, for now I'm making them all say the same thing, but you know, they'd obviously have something a little bit different to say based on their personality about, you know, this last temple door, right? Enter the door, blah 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 blah. I need to create the map and then make sure I change that. So, oh yeah, what if we put these here? That's cool. Bada bing, bada boom. Cool. So I've got to correct the events. I need an upstairs event to second floor, which takes us to the second floor. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna get a drink of water real quick. And by water, I mean Mountain Dew. Quick, start spamming stuff. Hey. I should save my game as well, actually. Um, so that's, yeah, it's done. Okay, save. That needs to be fixed. We need to make that go to the first floor. Okay, apply. Done. All right, now we just need the boss room. So copy, paste. Uh, boss room. Get rid of that. And that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Um, let's do this and go all the way around. Do this. Copy this, drop it in here. Very cool. Get rid of that. Oops. Add some depth. Not really. Which flavor is your favorite? Mine is Code Red. I haven't actually tried any of the other Mountain Dew flavors. Also, in Australia, we also don't have all of the Mountain Dew flavors. We literally have the. Actually, maybe you can get Code Red. I don't know. I don't think in normal supermarkets. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of the different flavors. What does Code Red taste like? Like does it have? Uh, can you associate it with another flavor? Um, let's do that. Wait, where's the water temple? There. What tile is that? 5, 6. Think cherry Mountain Dew. Oh, I would hate that then. I despise the cherry flavor. It tastes like medicine to me. It tastes like medicine to me. Yeah. I know Americans or Canadians, wherever you're from, are big on the cherry flavor, but nah, it's a no from me. It's a no from me. But hey, that just means more for you. Um, cool. So we've got that. Let's drop in. Let's make that movement event. Go to the right one. My temple room. Okay. And then in the water temple, we need to copy our friends over. Oh my gosh. I just that is what they say about Dr. Pepper, but I don't see how it tastes like medicine. Yeah, see, I also don't like Dr. Pepper. I also actually used to really not like root beer. Um, but then I drank it quite a lot when I lived in America, and um, I got used to the taste, and I actually really liked A&W root beer. But I think if I had it again now, um, my taste buds would have like reset. Is he there? Is that where he is? Where he goes? Yeah, that's where he goes. Cool. So, all right. So we need this to turn on when the fire boss is defeated, and if mage removed, they're not there. Fire boss defeated, and fire boss only one of our characters will be there. American A&W root beer is the fake root beer. It's probably why I like it so much. You are what you eat, and I'm as fake as they come. None of this is real. I am an illusion. Let's copy our boss over. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's change that to the dragon. Although Sky Temple seems like it would have a dragon. But oh, also the dragon's bigger. Dragon's much bigger. Sky Temple would have the demon maybe. Anyway, let's just do the dragon. Let's change the sound effect. So we need like a monster kind of sound. That's more like a bear. Ah, also the pitch is really high. Yeah, it works. Can't we just have it a different color? Have what a different color? The dragon. What's a different color? Water boss. Don't we want fire boss defeated on? I thought we can change the hue color of the boss. You can't change like without because it's the boss we can change like the enemy sprite we can change. Dragon that we can change, but I'm talking about the sprite on the map, which we can also change, but not within RPGMaker engine. I would have to open this file up in like Sprite or Photoshop, and then change the color levels there to change the color. Dragon teeth nuts. Got him. Yeah. So you can't. I don't know if in MZ, because which RPG maker do you have? Do you have MV? Because I don't know if in MZ they've added that feature where you can change the hue of sprites. I don't know. I feel like it would be an easy thing to do, given that they've already added it to the enemy thing. I have MV. Okay. Well, yeah. This is what you're stuck with. That's right. I have the humor of a small child, and we love you for that trailer. Look, now he's getting more hesitant. You seek to claim the sky treasure. I'm not so sure anymore, after having lost his friends. I should talk. Well, by this point, he doesn't need to say I should talk to the others, right? You know that this is the jam, and there's only one person that you can talk to now. So, right, and now we need this to be a fire crystal. Ooh, should we go yellow rather than red? I mean, it needs to be red. But I don't like this red. I would definitely go into the editor and make this like a darker, like a more of a garnet kind of red. It's too like pinkish for my liking. Although we will have the tint. We will have the tint here, so it might make it look a bit better with the tint on. We'll see. Right, now. We got to get into the nitty-gritty of Yeah. Who's left? Who's left? So I need. What's the best way to do this? I need. Let's make a copy of this. Paste it down here. So what? That's got the rogue and the mage, and I need one that's got the cleric in it. Right, I need one that's got the cleric in it. Okay, so now we can delete that. That deleted everything. Yep. Okay. And then wait, I need what are we doing? What does he say first? Who will offer themselves to the temple? Okay, so we need that sentence. Who will offer themselves to the fire temple? Now, show choices. You will have the option to choose yourself. Actually, no. First, we need an if. We need an if. We need an if. If rogue is in the party, because again, you will only have one party member left. So that's all we need to check for. So if rogue is in the party, and we will have it show choices. And so now you can choose yourself to go. All right. You can choose yourself to go instead of the rogue. But it's a false choice. You can't actually choose yourself. If you do choose yourself, you'll have like a dialogue where basically that other party member goes, no, I need to do this. I'll be the one to go. Like you need to be the one. You're the only one strong enough to go to the Sky Temple on your own. Something like that, you know. Um um can we rely on the rogue to not just run with the treasure, right? Right? Can we trust the rogue? Plot twist. Remove rogue. The offering is sufficient. Um are we doing a sky gem? Because what happens next? So hmm. Like, because you still will go back to the hub town, and I want you to go to the bar and be like by yourself and be like sad and alone. Like to really, you know, rather than you just going, oh, there's no point in going to the hub town. You've got no one with you anymore. I still want you to go through that routine of you come, you know, to the thing. When he goes up to the inn, he's gonna say, bro, after this, I really need a drink. So you'll still go to the bar, you know. TJ's gonna be like, oh hey man, real sorry about your party. Um, you got this, you know, high five, whatever. You go into the bar, but when you go into the bar, instead of just letting you walk around, it's gonna automatically play a cutscene where you're like sitting at the bar, and um, you'll have a little conversation with the bartender maybe, and then once that cutscene plays out, you'll be able to leave, and then you'll go to the inn, you'll sleep, and then because I also want you to still go to the hub town so you can buy the next level of equipment. So you'll have the best equipment because hopefully by now you've reached the level cap of level 10. Um, yeah. Get access to the Sky Temple with the crystal because I thought there was a magic fog. Right, true. It should be, you know, I've held up the sky, the sky, um, sky crystal, sky gem. Yeah. Take this sky gem. Receive the sky gem. Oops, sky gem. I need to add that. So, here's something too, right? Like, even though I haven't made the sky gem, I know that I'm going to put it here in this slot. So I'm just going to choose that for right now. And then I'm going to jump out of this and make it real quick. Boom. Sky gem. Use to grant access to the sky temple. And, ooh, is it white? Is it yellow? Should it be yellow maybe? Like a golden one? Or should it be black? Because it's like, oh, I thought it would have been like nice, but it's like a scary black gem. I reckon black. Let's go black. Black gem. Makes it ominous. Right. So your offering is sufficient. We need to change this dialogue. Your offering is sufficient. Um, your companions will return to you at the Sky Temple. Take the Sky Gem. You leave the Fire Temple. Head back to the hub town. See how that's updated? It's the Sky Gem now because it was already there. That's handy to know, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna have to change all that. Rogue removed on. Last member lost 3. Cool, so that's still relevant. And change player followers on. We don't have any followers. We've got no one anymore, but that's fine. We'll just leave that in there. Cool. So when the night has come, doo, doo, doo. So the knight says, I'll be the one to go. And oh, wait. I need to let's not do this. Oh no. I'm fine. I made copies. So let me get rid of this. Okay. So now we've just got the mage. I've copied the rogue over. That song is stuck in my head now. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Okay, what are we doing? So the knight says, I'll be the one to go. And like, So obviously we're going to flush this out later, but um, but he's going to be like, I'll be the one to go, and the rogue says no, it should be me. You're the strongest of us all. You can take on. I know you can take on the Sky Temple. I need to, and then it's just going to be this again. Delete that. Oh, yeah, you did that, right? Where's the? Yeah. Paste that in. Um, maybe I should make it because, like, the thing that I want the players to know, right, when they're giving up these companions, is that they're not dead, right? They're not. You're not losing them. Like, you are losing them for a time, but you will get them back towards the end. Like, you're not going to face the last temple by yourself. Um, but I wonder if it will have more impact if the player does think that that's what's going to happen, that they're going to lose, that they're losing these party members permanently, and then there's the surprise that once they get through the first part of the Sky Temple by themselves, which they have to do, they will then be surprised when, oh, you've passed this challenge, your companions will be returned to you, and then you're reunited with the party and are able to face the rest of the temple together. I think that's better, actually. I think that's, yeah. Because, yeah, I don't know. Are they still going to be the same level they left your party when they come back? I like the idea of them not knowing the party is coming back. No, they're gonna be max level. But the thing that's gonna be tricky is them their gear, their equipment. I don't know if I should have them be equipped already with the best possible gear you can have. So that kind of ruins it a little bit in that you don't actually get to equip them properly. But I want them to already be boosted to max level. So, because otherwise you've got to basically leave and grind to get everyone back. They're training in the hyperbolic chamber, right? Or it's like a gift of the temples being like, you have been bestowed with great power. Like it's kind of not going to make that much sense, but like, yeah, it would be frustrating if you got there, you get everyone back, and the cleric's level 3, the mage is level 6, and the rogue is level 9. You know, like from Dragon Ball. I know, I know the hyperbolic time chamber. Don't you worry. I'm well aware. It's one of the coolest things ever. It's just like, what do you mean you go in there and you can train for how long? What's the time dilation on that? Is it like a week in there is like a year? I never actually figured out how that works. Okay, so that's before we go any further, because I'm going to need to copy and paste a bunch of stuff. I should map out, I should do the rest of the map. So the hub town. Thank you. Did I save it? Did I save it? Um, right, so this is night 3. Ooh, should there be no music when you come back the last time to just make it even sadder? I reckon it should be silent. There's no, yeah. Real gut punch, you know? Make you feel really alone. Cool. So we need to change this. Yeah, that's fine. So no one's going to be in the party at this point. So it's just going to be um, I can't sleep now. I need something to take the edge off. Right. So you're still going to have to go to the bar. Let's drop in. Fine, I'll drop the in night 3. Um, and again, I think we're going to cut the music. There's no music. Even in the inn. And these guys aren't here. No one's here. That can stay the same for now. Need to change the airship so that it's back there. Not we. I should go and see the king to update him on progress. Okay. That's that. Then we want this over here. Need to make this guy point to this one. And this one point to this one. And what am I doing? It's getting late. But I want to finish this. I want to finish this section. So then that way next time we're doing the Sky Temple. And I also want to do a playthrough to see what we've done. And see how effective this Silent Night will be. I want to change it to 3. And the bar. The bar, the bar, the bar. Bar. We'll make a simplified version of the Cool. So as soon as you enter, there's no more. It says not yet. Like his answers are a bit more depressing. Yes, not yet. None of these guys are here. They're all gone. We gotta keep this guy still. He's gonna be still. And we're gonna move him over here. We're gonna sit at this table. And so when we come in, so we haven't even, oh, we have done this. We've created auto run, but we haven't really done a lot of cutscenes that just play on their own. So so we just do the last night. We'll call this. So we're doing auto run. So as soon as we enter this map, this event is going to run. I will make it that, because I could do a fade to black and him just appearing at the bar, but I think I'll make him walk over. So we're going to do set movement route. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 up. Move up 1, 2, 3. And then left 2. What am I doing? Left 2, 1, 2. And then 1, 2 up. All right. Goes up to the bar. Let's make him facing away. Make him facing away. And so that way we can get him. Want a slow player speed to add sadness. Oh yeah, good idea. Excellent idea. So we can change the speed. Maybe just 2 times slower. Well, we'll see how that looks. But I'm going to change the speed back to normal at the end of that, so I don't forget, and then have the player move slower throughout the rest of the game. That would be annoying. And yeah, so again, these are all little polished things that you've got to think about, and you'll get more of a feel of it too when you make your cutscenes and you watch them, and you'll go, why doesn't this feel right? Like when we were doing the Earth Temple door, you know, the timing of things didn't feel right until there were bigger pauses, shorter pauses, exclamation, you know, thought bubbles, that kind of thing. Maybe we'll wait for half a beat, and then the bartender will turn around. Maybe wait another half a beat. Needs a Muppet cutscene. Yeah. Oh yeah, like from that game yesterday. That was something else. Wait another beat, and then we'll have the bartender. Where is he? What can I get you? Or this one's on me. Maybe I'm making this too complicated. We don't need this to be this complicated. I need to get through this. It's already late. It's 10 o'clock. I've got an early start tomorrow. All right, let's speed run this, but I'm gonna do this. Is there like a look 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 like a glass being put down kind of sound effect? Oh, oh, that is right. Leakage, right? You read the word leakage and you go, oh, oh wait, here's what I want. Okay. Let's wait some frames for him to pour that. That's more than a second. Anyway, it's not my favorite, but yeah, it's again, this can be placeholder. This will, we can change this later, but it'll remind me that hey, I want a sound effect here, signifying that he's pouring something. Um, this one's on me, and he's like, thanks. And maybe we wait another beat, a few seconds. Um, I don't know. I want him to say something like, because he's been the bartender this whole time. Well, maybe not this whole time, but he's been here while lots of adventurers have come through trying to get to the treasure and have obviously all gone through a similar sort of thing where the party's been lost, but then they still don't make it, and yeah. So, any of you get to this point and give up, something like that. Anyway, placeholder. Not me. I get that treasure. So he'll do something inspirational, but there'll be a beat between get that treasure. And then so we want to end this auto run cutscene. So we'll do a self switch and new event page, self switch A on, and that will end it. Do I have to make you pay your teammates there before you disappear too? uh, um, you better. The bar tabs are still going. And then that'll end. Cool. And that will return control back to the player. And then you can leave. There won't be anything else to do. And you'll leave. So this needs to point to the third night. Here. Oh, we haven't even made TJ say something different yet. TJ. you now, huh? Make him wait for a bit. Got this. Something encouraging. Right. And left bar. Sorry, guys. Cool. And cool. So now we've got somewhere for the boss room to point to. Yeah, I was hinting for the player to pay since the rogue is gone. Should actually come up. If you don't have this money, you then have to fight the secret bartender boss in order to progress the game. Or yeah, so you've either got the money saved up and you can pay it off, or if you don't pay up, you have to fight him. Okay, so we have that one. So we want that to move to there. And it's supposed to have specific dialogue for TJ. Bar fight, yeah. Cool. So. All right, so that's yeah, that's the rogue done. So now we need to do the mage next. So if mage is in the party, I'm so tired. There you go. Did I just change? I guess I'll just change this stuff. Remove mage. Mage removed. What number was the mage? 2. Mage is 2. Mage is 2. I'll be the one to go. And that'll just be the same. Mage. Mage. What did we say? 2? 2. Cool. I can delete these. So the cleric is 1. Cleric is 1. Okay. Mage is in the party. Oh, gotta change the choices. Mage. Okay, mage is in the party. Do that. All right, last one. If cleric is in the party, change that to cleric. Dialogue. It should be me. Let me TJ step in. Yeah, actually, that would be funny. Is the fight starts and you get a few hits in, and like the bartender has just like a huge health bar, and you're just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to beat this? And then it gets interrupted by TJ going just like, hey, break it up, and then he just throws you out. That's it. You don't actually have to do the fight. Funny. He's the strongest in the kingdom. Okay, remove cleric. Cleric removed. Oh, god damn it. Ugh. I have to freaking redo it on all of these. Didn't do it properly. I need to change it on one of them. Yeah. Stop right there, criminal scum. Good day. Okay. Okay. Night 3. Night 3. Alright. Mage removed. Remove cleric. Cleric removed. Last member 1. Cleric. Okay. Remove cleric. I literally could have just copied and pasted this, but that's alright. We're in the habit. Cleric removed. Alright. That's it. That's it. Used to be original until a crackhead stabbed him in the knee. Cool. So, as long as I haven't missed anything, this is it. Let's test it. Let's try it out. Okay. We talk to the king. Talk to the king. We go and gather our party. Alright. Have our party. I'm gonna go talk to the king. King says, hey bro, here's some money. And here's an earth gem. Okay. We head out into the big wide world. Ooh, what's that? What goes there? To the Earth Temple. Oh, did we add? Yeah, we did add the red tint. Okay. How does this work? You're not very bright, are you? Yes. Okay. Green Earth Temple. Alright. Get rid of the cleric. Try to go to the inn. They tell us to go to the bar. Yeah, look at this. This nighttime looks so much better. Hey, TJ. Music's different. Chat to the team. Leave. We go to the inn. Have a rest. Talk to the king. He gives us a ship. Huh. How nice. We get in the ship. We sail to the water temple. It's wet. Oh, it looks so much better now with the blue tiles. Get rid of the rogue. Yep, talk to TJ. For polished later, maybe add splashdowns when walking on wet surfaces and water temple. Well, yeah, and I definitely want to add like a water, like not just a sound, but also like a visual, like a ripple effect. I definitely know that there's plugins out there that can do that. So should I'll actually add that to not this one. I have too many lists now. Plugins. Footstep sounds and ripple and water ripple effects. Cool. Time for bed. Okay. Go to the inn. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. I just want to make sure before I get there I have to lose all my progress. Yeah, that's definitely gonna know. Alright, let's go talk to the king. Gives us the airship. Also, something to note if you guys didn't know this already, but whenever you go to play test your game, if you haven't already saved, a prompt will come up asking if you want to save your game. So, you know, if you're not good at remembering to save your game, just know that if you're play testing often, it will always get you to save your progress before that. So, all right, we got the airship. Oh, it kind of looks like Ash, actually. It kind of works. Oh, did I make it turn off the weather effect? Oh, it didn't. Ah. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Um, it was supposed to play the animation, the gem flash, on the fire temple door, but it didn't do that. Also, it didn't play it on me. That was weird. Right, we're in the fire temple. Oh, oh, you can walk on there. Oh, that's interesting. Gotta change that. I like this music. Although I kind of don't like this bit, the digga digga digga. But everything before that was very fire temple. Oh, why? See, there's always one thing you're gonna forget. There's always one thing you're gonna forget. So that needs to be fire boss defeated. Okay, let's try that again. I should have saved my game again. Great, I'm gonna talk to the. Right, we get to hear the airship theme again. Hear the airship theme again. Hear that airship, boy. Okay. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Right. Oh, look at him. He's a big, scary boy. Seek to claim the sky treasure? I'm not so sure anymore. What happens if we choose the night? I'll be the one to go. No, it should be me. Oh, damn it. I didn't... That's why I wanted to keep the copies. Yeah, because the animation's not going to play properly now, which means I have to redo it all. Alright, that's fine. Anyway. I was wondering, I was like, there's a reason why I'm keeping a copy. I can't sleep now, I need something to take the edge off. So the nighttime sounds should be quieter as well. Or should there be just nothing at all? Should be dead silent? I don't know. Oh, it still plays music. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, it's you now, huh? I don't actually like that pause. Wait, why isn't the cutscene playing? Why isn't the cutscene playing? Did I edit? Everything is broken. Yeah, this is what happens when you rush. Ah, is it? I didn't make it go to the right door. Yeah. So simple. But notice because of the switches that we have set up, when I walked in there, even though it was the second night of the bar, none of my companions were there because all the switches are on. So isn't that cool? Fine, let's fix up. Let's fix this up. Let's fix this up real quick. So I need to change. Okay, so Rogue has the right movement route. So Rogue has the right movement route. I need to change the movement route for. I have to actually make it be the right movement route as well. Set movement route for the Rogue. Movement route for the Rogue. Movement route for Rogue. Movement route for Rogue. Man, I'm so glad for energy drinks. That's what's going to get me through work tomorrow. That's what's going to get me through. I'm going to be tired. All right, Rogue. Okay. Mage. I want you to move right, turn up. And again, we could make them do it slower here because they're a bit more reluctant, but we'll maybe do that at the start. At the start, they're more reluctant. By the end, they're like, no, we've come this far. We need to do this. And mage disappears. Let me copy that. Copy all that. Delete, and paste. Okay. And then finally the cleric doesn't need to turn up, just needs to go 1, 2, 3. And disappears. And we copy that. Delete, paste. Was there something else that I was forgetting? Was there something else that went wrong? Or was it just that? It was just the movement routes of this event and the transition to the bar was wrong. Oh, that's why I got confused. Wait, what? The hell? Did I just accidentally click and drag that? Okay. That was weird. Okay. Music still plays. Yes, thank you. And I want to make the... I think I'll turn off the nighttime noises. I think it's just going to be silent when you go there. Although, what setting is it on right now? 25%. I don't know. We'll see what it sounds like at 5%. See what it sounds like. Maybe, what if it's lower pitch? Yeah, it's a bit ominous. It's still pretty loud. Maybe I should just scrap it. We'll scrap it. And none. But I still want... Should I have the bar music play as well? Because this tune is... this tune's great and it's really sad. So I think it kind of... I don't know. We'll keep it for now. We'll see. See how it feels. All right. Be gone. It definitely needs to have a fade out of the music. Because people are going to think something's wrong with the sound. Maybe it does still need the He could walk slower. He could walk slower. Oh, don't tell me the move. Okay, so this is a good example, guys, of if you set a movement route and you set the movement route wrong, because I was moving him from here. I thought he was moving from here, but his start position is here. And so I've moved. So right now the cutscene is stuck because the knight can't move. He can't move at all, but he still has one instruction left to move up one more tile, and I didn't have skip movement on. So he's trapped. He's trapped forever, basically. And yeah, so because I from here went 1, 2, 3. No, what did I do? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I need to get rid of one of these. Maybe have the cutscene start when the player gets back to town, and do a fade to black to show player slowly walking to the bar. I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. I could do a cutscene. I did kind of want the player to move around and feel that themselves. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I might change that. I might go by that suggestion. What were we saying? He could go slower as well. Might be too slow. It might take too long for him to get to the bar, but that's all right. So what I might do as well is I'll just do skip if cannot move, just in case I do this wrong, just so that way we can at least still see the cutscene play out. So that's why this is important to have ticked, particularly for cutscenes, because if you have planned your movement wrong and your player gets stuck and can't finish their movement route, the cutscene will not finish. It will not progress past this movement route. Okay, then just make their speed slow down so they can feel it themselves. True, I should disable dashing. We did talk about disabling dashing before. Yeah, we'll just disable dashing. We'll make it that movement speed is a bit slower. I need to change that. Right. This is annoying because I'd have to add it to all of these events. Um, all right, that's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it. So drop that in there. Change it to play. Delete that. Change speed to slower. Okay, we'll add that to the top of everyone. Right. There. So I'm adding it here because I mean I could create I could just chuck an event in the corner here and to make it just change the player speed as soon as they enter the map. That probably would have been easier. But I want it so that after the bar cutscene plays, they have regular movement back again. Cool. All right, let's... Come on, guys. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Okay, the mage just straight up offers themselves this time. Okay, we can't dash. Wow. Oh, God. Oh, I don't like the button delay. Can't sleep now. I need something to take the edge off. Bro, this is painful. This is painful. I like the effect. Maybe just disabling dashing is enough. But yeah, this is too slow. Means I need to go back and delete all this things anyway. It's even slower. Hey, that was pretty good. So many of you get to this point and give up. Not me. I'm gonna get that treasure. You better. The bathtub's still on. Okay, cool. We have normal movement speed back, but we can't dash. You ready to leave? Maybe we'll remove the music from the bar as well. Okay, pause a drink at a bar. Yeah, no, I've got to change that. Even the inn. Change that so he's not like, thank you. He's just like, thank you. Music's back. Now I'm by myself. And we haven't changed the king's dialogue yet. But yeah, that's it. We've beat the fire temple. And we've survived the last night in the hub town. Great progress. Great progress, princess. Great progress today, guys. Really happy with that. It's late. I want to go to bed. Thank you so much for everyone that came today. Those that were lurking, appreciate your presence. Poker, Trailer, Coco, Mandra. Thank you guys, especially for your input as well. Really, really helpful input today. I really appreciate the support. I'm really excited with the progress that we're making here. It's really cool seeing it really come together. Like obviously there's still a lot of work that has to be done to really polish the game and get all the dialogue really fleshed out. We still got to make the enemies, we've got to make the skills. We haven't even gotten into whether the skills that I haven't created the skills yet, but the skills and the battles, if they're going to be fun to play, how quickly is the player going to level up? There's still so many things to do, but it is nice to see that the skeleton is making sense. The bones are there. Flow of the game makes sense. Thanks, YouTube Poker. Yes, and see you on Thursday. So next simple RPG stream will be on Thursday. I might get to start even a little bit earlier. What did we do? 7:30 today. So the normal time where it's posted everywhere, I say 8 o'clock. That's just to be safe, but I will usually, if I have the time, try to start the stream earlier so we can do more. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Have a good night. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.